안녕하세요. Hey guys, it's Serena. Welcome back to Fantastic Korean Dishes, where we cook up simple but delicious Korean meals. Today, we're going to be making a classic dish that's served on Myeongjeol, or Korean national holidays, and that is wanjajeon. Wanjajeon is basically a meat and tofu patty, and it's often served during Chuseok, which is Korean Thanksgiving, as well as New Year's Day. And it's a great dish to serve up to large parties. Children love it. It's very tasty. All right, if you're ready, let's get cooking. So this is about 50 grams of tofu. Now tofu contains a lot of moisture. Of course, there's a lot of water in the container to start with as well. It's really important that we drain out as much moisture as possible. So I'm gonna take a long piece of paper towel. I'm just gonna place the tofu on top and just gently dab the water out. Obviously, you're not gonna get it completely dry, but just the water on the outside. So now I'm going to place the cube of tofu on our cutting board, okay, and we're going to mash the tofu to a very, very thin consistency. And you don't want any lumps at all. You want it to be almost like a paste. Okay, so I'm going to take a large bowl like this. I'm going to put in our tofu paste. Next, we're going to need about a quarter of an onion, and we're going to mince it finely. I'm going to make small, thin slices. And then just holding it together, I'm going to chop it finely. You want everything to be finely chopped in this, so I'm going to run through it with my knife again, just holding the tip with my hand. And onions always add a nice flavor and texture and sweetness to any dish. Okay, once it's finely chopped, we're going to put it in the bowl. Next, you're going to need about 20 grams of carrots. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to just slice very thin slices first, and then turn them around and mince them nice and finely. And since this particular recipe requires finely chopped up carrots, okay, I'm going to put our carrots into the mixture. Next, you're going to use about 1/5 of an Asian leek. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this is same kind of concept as the onions. I'm going to hold one side down, and I'm just going to cut through the onions, but not all the way. I'm going to leave the top part together. So you should get something like this. Cute. Looks like a teepee. And then we're going to gather them together and then just mince them finely. Again, holding down one part of the knife and running through the green onions or the Asian leek one more time. I'm going to put this in our mixture. Next, we're going to need a clove of garlic. So garlic, Asian leek, green onions, these things really help to take away that gamey flavor and also bring in an abundance of delicious flavor. So with the clove of garlic, I'm just going to chop off the end. And using the palm of my hands, I'm just going to push down. And then using one hand to hold down the top of the knife, you're going to just mince it finely. Now today I'm cutting up my garlic fresh, but Korean cuisine actually uses a ton of garlic. Koreans love garlic. Maybe this is why we brush our teeth so often. But usually I will have a whole load of garlic frozen, like minced garlic frozen in my freezer, or I'll have a jar refrigerated. Yeah, and I put it in almost everything, nearly everything. Okay, so my ground beef has been sitting for about 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to add in the ground beef. So this is about 100 grams. Now we're going to season everything. Okay, we're going to need about 1/3 of a teaspoon of salt. Yep, that's about good. We're going to put in about 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of sesame seed oil, just a little bit. That's going to add a beautiful nutty flavor. And we're going to need 2 full tablespoons of pancake mix. And for this recipe, we need to get our hands messy. With clean hands, we're just going to gently mix everything together. Now you want to be careful that you don't want to mash the vegetables. You want them to keep its shape, so just be very gentle but thorough. Okay, that looks beautiful. We've got white, green, orange. Okay, I'm going to just put this to the side and we're going to whisk an egg. Now 1 egg should be plenty for this recipe, but if you find that you don't have enough egg, it's nice to have like a couple eggs on standby. I'm just going to use my chopsticks to whisk the egg, just so everything's nice and consistent. Okay, we're going to take a strainer like this. I'm going to take our leftover pancake mix and just pour it on top, just to get a nice, thin, even layer of flour all over the plate. So we've got our plate with a very thin layer of flour. We're going to take a heaping tablespoon and just form it into the spoon or push it in. And then just tap it out like that. Okay? And gently you're going to create a nice, slightly flat, round shape. Okay? You'll end up with something like that. How cute is that? Okay, I'm going to put this on our plate. Make a nice, small, round patty. Just like that. How beautiful is that? So I just grabbed a leftover young squash from my fridge, and I'm going to create a different variation of the wanjajeon. So we're going to have this, and we're going to have a different kind as well. I'll teach you how to make it. So I'm going to put this aside. Okay, so I think I'm going to cut up about 6 rounds, about 1 centimeter in width. Okay. Now, if you don't have young squash, you can use zucchini. And today, I'm going to be using the lid of my grapeseed oil. Now, this is really good to use because it's made of, I think it's made of aluminum, so it's quite sharp. I'm just going to press it down right in the middle. And this is a perfect size, actually. That's perfect, okay? Ta-da! Ta-da! This is perfect. Okay, then I'm gonna use my chopsticks to just pull the core out. Super easy. Okay, I'm gonna do this to the rest of the young squash rounds. Have you guys ever made like fried chicken at home? You have to kind of get a nice thin layer of flour on your chicken before you actually fry it, right? I'm gonna put these in a little plastic baggie like this. Put in a small amount of the pancake mix, maybe about a teaspoon or 2, okay? We don't want too much, we just want a little bit. And give it a nice shake. And just dust off some of the excess, and you'll get something like this. And now we're going to fill the middle with our jeon batter. I think it's good to use maybe a teaspoon for this. Let's try using a teaspoon. Okay, a heaping teaspoon actually. And just using my fingers, I'm going to pop it right in the middle. And then using the back of my spoon, I'm just going to tap a little bit just to get it nice and flat and filled in completely. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. And now we're going to place them on our plate and just get everything coated slightly with some of the pancake mix. Okay, great. All right, we are ready to go to the stove top. We're going to take our egg mixture as well. Come on, let's go. I'm going to put it at medium heat. I'm going to drizzle on a generous amount of oil, about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to distribute that evenly onto the pan. So just soak it in the egg and gently take it out with your chopsticks. So because of the flour, the egg is going to coat very nicely. Next, we're going to put in our young squash version of wanjajan. Be very gentle. You don't want the filling to come out. Just make sure that you want a very thin layer of flour on your ton. If you have too much or if you have none at all, it's going to be hard for the egg to coat the ton. Wow, okay, these look perfect. They're nice golden brown. We're going to let them cook on the other side for about 2 minutes, maybe 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, I think they're done. Okay, we're going to plate them on our paper towel here. These look so tasty. Okay, all right, I'm going to let this sit just for a few seconds and then we're going to transfer them on a different plate. So I'm going to give it a taste. So excited. My mouth is watering. Which should we try first? Let's try the original wanjajan. And it is perfect. It's golden brown on both sides. It's nice and hot. Wow. That is so soft and tender, yet so flavorful. That is so good. I think it's really good that they're nice and small too. It's perfect. It's like bite-sized. Okay, let's try our second variation of wanjajan. Wow, that is so good. The young squash is so juicy, but it's got such a nice, mild flavor. And you've got like a pop of flavor right in the middle. And you've got 2 different textures, and it works so well together. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, I'm going to eat the rest of this. Perfect. So there is my recipe for wanjajan. We added a little bit of a twist at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you love ton, I think after you've made this one, I think you should definitely try all the different variations during Myeongjol or during the holiday season. People often cook more than one kind of chon, so you'll have different types of meat chons as well as fish and different vegetables as well. So there's a whole world of chon waiting for you, but give this one a try today. All right, everyone, hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. I'll be back with another fantastic dish. Have yourselves an amazing day. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I will see you soon. Bye!